Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Bake Brigade. Hope everybody's having a good Thursday night. I'm okay. I did get done with Miss Irene's cardigan, and in a minute I'll insert a little clip that I took of it before I decided to wash it and get it ready to go in the mail to her. I did make a little hat. I may make a different hat. I didn't want to make one out of the yarn that I did the cardigan in because it's too thin, and I'm kind of done working with it, to be honest with you. I made one out of this Karen macchiato cake. I caked what was left of I recaked this up because the original cake was a hot mess, because I had to pull from the outside and the inside to do a loom knitted hat. But this is a loom knitted hat with just a garter stitch brim, and yeah, that's how it turned out with 2 strands of that. It's not as thick as I would have liked it. For it, supposedly this is supposed to be 5-weighted yarn. It is not. It is not. It is a roving yarn, and not really applied yarn. It's roving. I don't like this yarn at all, and that's really not like me to say that I don't like a yarn, but this is a yarn that I do not like at all. But I did manage to make this hat. I did make another hat with it some months back when I bought the yarn. I don't like this hat at all. I started off following a tutorial, and then I went off the rails with it, and this is what happened. It's cute, yes, but it's not meant for. It's meant for somebody who has a head full of hair, like thick hair, and it would look really cute with someone who had a head full of thick hair. And if you do, hit me up. I will mail it to you. But it has got wool in it. Just to let you know, it does have wool in it. But it's you know. I wasn't real happy with how it turned out. I'll just put it that way. This I'm okay to send to her as part of her gift. This will keep her head warm at least. I was wishing it had turned out a little more substantial, you know, thicker, you know. I might make her another hat out of some other yarn. I know she likes purple, so I think I got some purple over there somewhere that I'll have to look, but I'll see if I can't. I might make her yet another hat. I don't know yet. But I'm gonna break in the video here, and I'm gonna fit in the little clip of me showing you her cardigan that I got finished. I put it on the hanger and, you know, did a little video showing it fully, instead of me just holding it up like this. I did a video where you could see the whole thing. So I'm gonna fit that in real quick. All right, y'all, here we go. This is Miss Irene's cardigan. Let's see if I can let me do this. There we go. As I was telling you, I was just gonna do a simple trim, nothing too fancy here. I just kept it really simple. Amy described it as elegant, so I guess that there's that. But I think it came out rather nicely. I'm gonna get it cleaned up, and because it's got a few dog hairs on it here and there, so I want to get that off of there. And I got her address. I'm gonna get things packaged up and send to her by this coming Monday. But that's how it came out. It's looking rather nice. I think it came out very nice. I hope she likes it. Alright, so there you have it. I got that done. And I'm going to show you all these other macchiato cakes in case one of y'all wants to hit me up and buy them from me. I'm not going to give them away, but I will sell them at a deep discount. Now I have 5 of them left. I got another one in this colorway here that what colorway is this? This is the Lovely colorway. That is the lovely colorway. I have this part of this one, and I have another whole cake in that color. And I'll show you. See, there's another whole cake in that color, and they're in this Ziploc here. I had planned on making hats and scarves with this yarn, but this it's just difficult for me to work with, and I don't have the patience that other people have, and so I'm just kind of done. And this color is called Breathe, and it's gorgeous. It's very soft, and I'm really glad that I did not jump on these Big Twist Supernova train, because it's the exact same yarn, only thinner. You know, as far as type of yarn. Now it's dyed completely different, and it looks completely different, but as far as texture goes, it's the exact same. It's the exact same texture. So, because I did go to Joann's and feel the Supernova, because I wanted to put my hands on it, because I was considering getting it, and I'm glad I went and felt it, because after feeling it and then dealing with this, I felt like I'd be dealing with the same yarn, and I didn't want that. So yeah, there are 2 of this one, and there's 2 of another colorway. I'm gonna put these in here. I'm gonna put this little piece of one in here. I just wanted to cake this back up and make it look, you know, easier to work with. I figured it'd be easier to work with if it was in a recaked up like that. And these last 2 are like a purple, and I don't know what color you would call that that's with it. This color is called Fleeting, but I guess that's kind of brownish, like a purple and a brown together. It's really beautiful. It's kind of lavender in a brownish color, kind of lavender and brown. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong, it's gorgeous. It's just I don't have the patience to work with it, and I'm really praying that when I pull the scarfie out of the bag over here and start to work with it, that it doesn't act like this yarn. I'm really hoping and crossing my fingers that it doesn't act like that, where it sticks to itself and all that, because if it does, I'll be getting rid of it too. Now, I did get the scarfie on clearance, so that's, you know, that won't be such a big loss, but I paid $13. Well, I know I probably got these on a sale. I'm sure I had a coupon or a discount or something for these. I'm sure I did not pay full price for these. I don't pay full price for yarn. If ever I can get a discount, I get discounts. But I'm not going to charge anybody full price for these either. I just want to try to recoup my money a little bit. I'll have to look back in my emails and see how much I paid for those. I don't remember how much I paid for that. And I'm going to make one more attempt to work with the cloud cakes. I got a bunch of cloud cakes, and that might end up being the same situation. I have trouble working with the cloud cakes because for some reason, I don't know if it's just too soft or what the problem is. But I got one that I started a project over here with. I'm going to frog that and try to make something else with it, and see if I, you know, manage to make something with it. I don't know, but because I have like I have cloud cakes in 3 different colors, and I have 4 each of those 3 different colors. So, and I don't want to give them up because I love the colors. So I'm gonna try my best to work with it before giving it up. But some yarns are just like that. You just love the touch of them and the look of them, and then you go to work with it and you're like, you're like, why did I buy this? Why did I do this to myself? You know, sometimes you just don't know until you go to put a hook into it, and then you're like, you know, all yarns, excuse me, something slipped back in. All yarns aren't for everybody, you know. It doesn't work for everybody. It just don't. So if you know, my email's always in the description box. If you find yourself interested in the macchiato cakes that I just showed y'all and you want to buy them from me, just send me an email and we'll work out a deal. And I have PayPal and Venmo and Cashapp. So we'll do it that way, and then I'll send them to you. No problem at all. I just, you know, I figured it's time for folks that, you know, that are making Christmas presents, you know, hats and scarves, and that's hat and scarf stuff right there. So, you know, rather than just sit here with it, you know, I'd figure I'd, you know, see if someone else can use it. And it's not like I can return it at this point. So, there you have it. And I'm gonna give my cloud cakes one more go. And if I can't do anything with that, then they'll be the next thing that I list for sale. Because I, you know, I don't want to hold on to stuff that I can't use. I could be, you know, it could be taking up room for, you know, for something I could be using. So, let's see, that's only 5 cake? 3, 4, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 5.5 cakes there, so that's not many. That's not much at all. So no, I won't charge that much for those, plus a little bit for shipping, and it shouldn't cost that, depending, as long as it's in the lower 48, it won't cost that much. I mailed a package, was it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday to New Mexico, and it wasn't that much. So not too bad, considering it was a sweater. You know, it was that the hoodie. I'm hoping she'll take a picture of herself. You know, maybe I can get a picture or even a little video clip of her in the hoodie, and maybe insert it in a video if her family doesn't mind doing that for me. And therefore I could share that with y'all, hopefully. I have been kind of trying to figure out what I talked about the other day, making a blanket out of, you know, using Creative Grandma's, I think I did write it down. It's the Speedy Ripple Stitch, Stitch of the Week 253. That's the stitch, in case y'all keep up with that. But I went back and watched the video today, and it starts with a starting chain of 175. So it is a throw blanket size, because of it being a ripple pattern. You know, it's gonna go like that. And she does like 2 double crochet, skip a stitch, 2 double crochet, skip a stitch. You know, that's how she does it when she's starting it out. But she uses 7 of those Lion Brand gradient cakes, and that comes to 2,065 yards. And and it's a multiple of 29 plus 30. So I'm just gonna start it with as many starting chains as she does. I'm just gonna stick with how many starting chains that she does. If I want it wider, I'll know to add 29 plus 30. Because how the repeat is worked. Because you got your peak and then your valley, and you know, with the ripple, because it's you know, like that. But it's gorgeous. The blanket she makes is so gorgeous. And I'm trying to work out which yarn I want to use. I have 5 of this one, so I have more than enough yardage to make it out of this. Now this is of course Red Heart Ombre in the color Scuba. This is the newest color that they came out with, Scuba, and so I have more than enough of this one. And this is so pretty. This is just such a pretty color. And so I thought about doing it this one. So I have a couple of options that I'm working with. And then I have this yarn that I was gifted from my friend Serena in Canada. Now I'm going to have to pair this with a solid to get enough yardage, because this together is like a little over, just under 1,700 yards for these. And so this is the Karen Cinnamon Swirl Cake in the color Sour Lime. So I have this, and I have a Premier Basics acrylic in this light blue right here that will match this perfectly. So I have some of those. I have skeins of this color right here that I can like work a cake in this in one of these, and then work you know, several rows of the solid blue, and then work another cake, and then work several rows of the solid blue. I think that would work out just fine. So that's an idea. And she uses a 6.5 millimeter crochet hook in that pattern. And then I have these cinnamon swirl cakes also. Yes, I didn't go digging in my totes. I looked around me because I haven't really felt very well, so I didn't go digging in my totes. And then I have this cinnamon swirl cake. Now this one is beach towel. Yeah, this is the beach towel. And I have this one, and I have another tropical breeze color that is very similar to this, only switched up the colors are switched up a little bit. But yeah, I have this one, and then tropical breeze, and of course I have heat wave over there, but I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with the heat wave color. I don't know if I want to make myself a wearable with it, if I want to make myself a blanket with it. I don't know why. I don't know. And see, with this one, I wouldn't have to, you know, I wouldn't have to have a solid to work in between the cakes, because I have enough of these. I have 5 of these, so I have plenty of this one. I wouldn't have to make up the difference in yardage with a solid like I would if I used the sour lime. So it's, you know, but these are yarns that I have really on hand, you know, look real close by, that I can just grab and use. Yeah, and I'm just squeezing this back closed, because when I put these in this plastic, I was really squeezing them in there. But yeah, so that's what I'm on the fence about. I got three different scenarios there. I got lots of yarn already out here that I can play with. So I hadn't quite decided which way I'm going. I also have this I have this back here. I can pair with some red. I got some red in another tote in the dining room. Well, this could also be paired with blue. You know, it could be paired with a few different colors. Actually, it's that primary. What's it called? Prism. It's the Premier Basics Mosaic Prism is the color. Now this is actually on sale right now at Premier.com. PremierYarns.com. They're having a Premier Week sale. But I used some restraint, and I have not ordered that from that sale. But I do have 6 of these, so that might be enough. That and the cherry red. I have several skeins of cherry red in the solid, so I'm sure I have enough of this if I wanted to do the blanket in this, a tote, a throw blanket in this as well. So this is blanket. I don't know that I would put this in a sweater, because this is very, very busy. I don't know that I would wear that. I don't think I would wear that. Someone else might be brave enough to wear that, but have it in a throw blanket, absolutely. With red, absolutely. I think that would be gorgeous. So this is a contender as well. I'm just going to put that back there and put it back on the shelf when I get a minute. But and I have some blue over here from Big Twist. I have lots of different options, right, without even having to dig in my totes. But y'all put your votes in the comments. Let me know what you think. out of what I've shown you tonight, and I'll figure it out. I'll probably start one tomorrow. Now I decided that it's supposed to rain tomorrow again. You know, tomorrow's the day that I usually go and film an outdoor video, and I don't know if I'm gonna film an outdoor video tomorrow because it's supposed to rain. Now I am gonna me and Johnny are gonna go we have a mall not too far from here, and I haven't been to it in many years, but I need to get out of this house. So I'm gonna go. Me and Johnny are gonna go to that mall tomorrow and just explore and see what's what. I am gonna take my stuff for Crochet in the Wild City and see how brave I am and see if I can set up in the mall. Maybe if I can find a quiet corner in the mall and set up in the mall where it's not raining. He can be over there with his phone. He's good. If he gets a quiet corner where he can play with his phone, he's perfectly fine to sit there for 10-20 minutes while I do a video. So that might be a possibility tomorrow. And y'all would definitely hear some noise if I'm in a mall recording a video, wouldn't you? My only concern with doing that would be if there is copyrighted music in the background. And of course it's a holiday season, or coming upon the holiday season, and so there's liable to be Christmas music. If there's not Christmas music playing and I can find a quiet corner, then I will do that. So we'll just have to wait and see how that works out. But yeah, it really just depends. I don't know. I think that might be hair. Dog hair, maybe. I don't know. It floats in the air around here. He's over there on my pillow right now. Well, kind of in front of my pillow, laying across the top of my bed. Like he owns it. I don't know. I know one thing. I gotta find me a new mattress soon. I woke up with my poor tailbone screaming because I had slept in the wrong position, and I had to get up and take some ibuprofen. I was in some kind of bad pain. I don't even know what time it was, but it was in the middle of the night, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was in agony, and I was like, oh my goodness, I got to do something. But I guess I'd landed on somewhere in the middle of the night. I had landed on a spring, and it caught that tailbone, and oh man. That was bad. But I don't know. I just got to try to get in the right spot before I actually fall asleep. But unfortunately, like anyone else, you move in your sleep, and next thing you know, you're waking up in the wrong position and in pain. And that's what happened to me last night. So hopefully I sleep better tonight and in a better position. I got a mattress topper on there, but it don't do diddly squat. It don't. It was a cheap one, but but mattresses cost anywhere from $300 to $600 to $800. They're expensive. They're very expensive. I don't know. I might have to go to one of them places where I make payments on one. I really don't want to do that, but it's getting kind of desperate. So I might have to go to one of them places and actually get one where I have to make payments on it. I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. But at the same time, I'm really tired of being in pain. So, just about the time I get over one hurdle, here comes another one. But I'll figure something out. I'll have to investigate and see if there's a place that does that, lets you pay monthly or something. I could probably do maybe $50 a month if I could find a place that let me do that. That'd be all right, but I can't do more than that. But it's hurting me in my sleep, and therefore I'm not getting good quality sleep because I'm getting up 3, 4, 5 times a night, and that's not good for my mental health either. Y'all just, I appreciate all y'all's prayers, and I appreciate if y'all continue to do that, because it's not fun. But that's about all I got for tonight, is just talking about some yarn and trying to figure out what yarn I'll probably do more than one throw blanket in that stitch stitch pattern. It's just picking which one I'm going to start. I'm thinking I've managed to keep this one close to me all day, so I'm leaning this way, so that's probably what I'm going to go with. But I would like y'all's feedback. So something new on my laptop. Anyway, squirrel. Easily distracted by stuff. But I love y'all, and so does Jesus. And please remember to adopt, don't shop. Your best friend could be waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue. And I'll see y'all again soon. Bye.